So I just did the unboxing video for the 6900 XT Red Devil Limited Edition, and after looking into this more, I felt like I just had to make like another like supplemental video. Um, let's touch on the keycaps real quick. So these actually come out of the box as little display stands in the shape of a keycap. Here is the kind of chrome and metallic red devil. Now this one I just put in here. This one is, or this keycap isn't included. This is the Radeon one, which is included in the AMD reference models if you buy them directly from the AMD store. But I just had this keycap coming around because I put it in there because I put the Devil like 3D one right over here, and this actually attaches. It's a magnet. And there's some cutouts in here for the backlighting of your keyboard to kind of come through. However, I don't know if it was intended for lighting or not. It's just like a couple little slits, but like not a whole lot of light comes through there, so it's not really even kind of worth showing. But I wanted to touch more on like the graphics card, and in particular the shroud. I don't feel like enough of the tech tubers are really giving enough credit for this. I've owned a lot of Devil cards in the past, and this is the first one where this shroud is all aluminum, and it's hard to catch it on video, but not only is it aluminum, there we go, that's better, it's a brushed black aluminum all the way across. The only part that's plastic is this inner portion here. That's plastic, and of course the fans are plastic because you can't turn your graphics card into a blender. You could lose a finger that way. But so this is plastic, but the rest of this is this brushed aluminum, which is absolutely beautiful. They did a really good job of bending this to fit around the shroud. There's no creases, there's no like discoloration in the aluminum being brushed. All the heat pipes are nickel plated, they're not just raw copper, and the back plate is the exact same way. It's this brushed black aluminum. $493 of 500, which is something I need to correct, I guess, from my previous video. It appears that the 6800 and the 6800 XT Red Devil LEs, which are the limited editions, I think those are the ones that are limited to 1,000 units. And I guess maybe the 6900 XT limited edition, like what I have here, is limited to just 500. And it looks like maybe there were 6 other boxes stacked up next to this guy, and somebody around the same time as me possibly got 500 out of 500. That would have been pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, they're right there at the end of production, which is scary, considering one, it's hard enough to get a 6900 XT right now, and two, imagine trying to get a limited version of a 6900 XT. That's why I did pay the premium to get this, because the AIB port partners, because they're tariff exemptions and stuff like that, they've all got this like 30 to 40% MSRP adjustment. And that's like Asus or Asus, Sapphire, Powercolor, MSI. So this actually had a pretty hefty premium attached to it. But people like me are willing to pay, like the couple $100 extra to get things like the keycaps and the display cases and the nicer packaging, and knowing that this is like a limited model, because this is going to look really good in my man cave for the rest of my life. And there's going to be a little bit of a story about this, about, the card coming out during a pandemic in 2020. It's a limited model. There was already supply issues. Like this is the type of hardware that I really kind of get a kick out of. The I/O bracket is also done in black, which I can really appreciate. So I took the reference card off the test bench over there. Unfortunately, the quote test bench is a FX 9590 system on a Crosshair motherboard, because my 6950X and my Rampage 5 Edition 10 is out of commission, and I'm still waiting on my Ryzen 5 for my other build. So I'm just going to plug this in, make sure everything works, and hopefully, like I said in the previous video, I'll have a follow-up piece for you guys comparing the reference card to this side by side with some gameplay footage.